Ado vijitya vishayan madamoharaga Sheshadi Shatrughanamahrita Yoga Rajyaha Jnatva Madam Samanubhuya Paratma Vidya Kanta Sukam Managrihe Vicharanti Danyaha Ado vijitya vishayan madamoharaga dveshadi satrughanamahrida yoga rajyaha jnatva madam samanubhuya paratma vidya kanta sukam managrihe vicharanti danyaha. Very beautiful metaphor. There is a kingdom of peace. That kingdom of peace is already in our heart. As Christ has said, it is said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. It's not outside you. But this kingdom is not easily attainable. The palace called the heaven or moksha is available to those people who are blessed. How did they reach there? First of all, in the beginning, Vishayan Vijitya. Having conquered the objects of the world. How? By destroying the enemies first. Any kingdom can be on constant danger. Border security force must be very strong. Because line of control can be, LOC can be transgressed very easily. So who are all the enemies who are not allowing you easily to remain peaceful in your kingdom, or how you can conquer in the case of spiritual endeavor, how will you conquer your indulgence in the objects? Mada, moha, raga, dvesha, adi. Shatrughanan ahrita yogarajyaha. These are all the enemies that are holding this fort. What are those? Mada, arrogance, pride, so to say. Moha, delusion. Raga, likes. Dvesha, dislikes. Mada, moha, raga, dveshadi, shatrugana, ahrita yoga rajyaha, vijitya. So, objects of the world by themselves cannot take away your attention. They don't have the capacity to do that. If the vada is sitting there, vada. Is it the vada calling you or you are going to it? Vada is not calling you, vada. My mind has an inclination for that. So when that mind is weak, the world becomes strong. When your mind is strong, the world becomes weak. Who will conquer you? When you are stronger than the object or a person, then you will not be conquered. So what are the weaknesses of our mind? Mada, arrogance, or ego. When I have a strong opinion about something and I held it very, very passionately and somebody objects to it or somebody makes fun of it, I get very upset. Why? Because of your pride or your ownership, possessiveness about that idea or attachment to that particular opinion or a person or an object. If your son is not doing well, you get upset. If your neighbor's son is not doing well, you are not upset. It's actually, you feel good. She needs it. She deserves it. Now, because it is your son, because then if somebody talks about ill of that person, immediately you get affected by that. Wherever your identification, there your pride is. Stronger the identification, stronger will be the pride. So mother here is to understand it clearly, a feeling of great or good about that particular identification. And I don't want that to be disturbed. Pride goeth before a fall, as Gurudev would say. More and more pride you have, more possibility of you falling down is also there. Moha, delusion, absence of clarity in thinking, vagueness, not sure about the priority. That's what happened to the Arjun, right? Arjuna Vishada Yoga, what does it mean? He's not clear about what is the purpose of the war. He thought purpose of the war is to conquer Kauravas. But Krishna totally destroyed that. No, purpose of the war is different. To establish dharma. Krishna's standpoint is establish dharma. Arjuna's standpoint is kill the enemies. Now what is where exactly is the correct purpose? The third purpose is Jnana Prapti, which Bhagavan Krishna in the beginning itself points out, I am interested in making you do the right thing, not just killing the enemies, but prepare you for Jnana, freedom. The path for that is Dharma. Dharma is not the final purpose. Otherwise you would have said, Sarva Dharman Paritij. Why did he say that? If Dharma is the purpose of the war, why is it say at the end, what did he say? Chodo is sabko. Are pehle pata na tha na? Why did you say so much time? In the beginning it's Dharma sammuda chetaha aham. That's his point. I am confused about my Dharma. What is to be done? Chodo sabko. And that's what he said at the end. After 700 verses, you tell me to give up Dharma. Could have said first itself. See. Dharma is only a path, not the destination. When you reach destination, will you not leave the path? You are going by train or flight, whatever it is. Once you reach the destination, very nice train ride. Let me stay here only. Dharma is a pantha. It's a path, not the destination. So Dharma, first of all you should understand, because he was saying, I am not sure about my Dharma. Teach me. I am deluded. Dharma sammudaha, meaning mujhe moh hai, delusion, confusion is there about what is my Dharma. Similarly here, moha is delusion, lack of clarity, out of focus, purposelessness. So, mother, arrogance, pride, ego, identification, high self-esteem, opinionated, possessiveness, all are there. Moha, lack of clarity, out of focus, unclear about what your final goal is. Mada, moha, raga, extreme attachment to things which you have experienced, or you have projected happiness on certain things. I desire things which I have experienced. I also desire things I want to experience. Right? Nowadays, what is the greatest desire every rich man has got? Space travel. You don't know what it is? I don't know. Right? Not many people have come and back and told me what it is, but it's a fascination for that. Or I want to keep repeating what I've experienced. So raga can be both. Dvesha again, an unpleasant experience I don't want, or the possibility of an unpleasant experience like death. or old age or sickness, right? I don't know, but possibility of that there. Raga, Dvesha. So these are the four enemies who have presently has held the fort called inner peace. Wherever there is a lack of inner peace, one of these fellows should be there to conquer it, to hold it. So, ado vichitya vishayan madamoha raga dveshadi shatruganama hrida yoga rajya. So, in the beginning, having subdued arrogance, so, and therefore it is said here, blessed indeed are those in the beginning, having subdued the sense object and host of other enemies, such as arrogant, delusion, likes and dislikes, conquer the kingdom of yoga. Now, here, to conquer mada, moha, raga, dvesha, at one level, it is a discipline of yoga. A practice of withdrawal with certain amount of inner discipline. But they won't sustain for a long time without the support of knowledge that proves the false nature of things. So here, jnatva, having known what? Matam, the correct understanding, samanubhuya paratma vidya, having experienced the correct knowledge, realizing the truth, jnatva madam, madam means jnanam here, atma madam, atma jnanam jnatva. Now, a person who is conquered a kingdom, obviously, having conquered everything, as a king, he wants the company of the queen. What is life without a company, Swamiji? Even when you are going for some vacation, etc. Has anybody gone honeymoon alone? We are actually conserving, I go alone. After 1 year, you go alone, honeymoon. You don't go to honeymoon alone. So here also a kingdom has been conquered, but to enjoy the kingdom, you need some company, especially one's own queen. So who is the queen with whom you live in this kingdom? Atma Vidya Kanta. Such a beautiful metaphor. You are going to have Atma Jnanam as your Vidya being feminine, so Atma Vidya Kanta. Your wife who will be accompanying you all the time to enjoy this kingdom is Atma Vidya. Atma Vidya Kanta Sukham. What is this Vanagrihe? In this Vanam, in this forest kingdom, which is Griha, your own home, Vicharanti Dhanyāśṭakam. They enjoy and live forever. They are the blessed people. Such a beautiful metaphor here. Realizing the truth, live in the abode of the forest, enjoying the happy company of the beloved wife. Why it is called Vanam? Because Aranyam or Vanam is where there is nobody else is allowed. See, that's why in the Upanishads are called Aranyakaha. Because there the Guru and Shishya must have a solitude. This knowledge is really enjoyed, first of all studied, contemplated in solitude, becomes very concrete and strong. That is why the place where they teach the knowledge must be something away from the worldly things. When Gurudev started his Sandipani Sadhanalaya, at that time in Bombay, Powai, it is far away from the main city. Now it is right in the middle. At that time it was like a forest. It's very difficult to go there. And there was forest around, or lake, that Powai lake, and then only forest around. When I was studying also, pretty much the hotels were not there around. And so at 1960s, when I started, when Gurudev started, so some people came and asked, Swamiji, why are you bringing the students to study here into this wild forest? He said, I am bringing the youths who are wild and make them mild here. That is the purpose. We should not be disturbed by anybody. So, Vanagrihe, in this forest home, Kanta Sukam Vicharanti Danya. They enjoy the company of Atmavidya. Atmavidya, or this knowledge, is the greatest company. It will give you immense joy. In the sense that that company is that which gives you constant company and care. You cannot, once you gain this knowledge, you almost cannot make any mistake in your decisions. You know how much to engage in the world and how much to disengage from the world also. How much to eat, how much not to eat. How not to eat. As Bhagavan Krishna says, not that not eating will take you to the state of meditation, nor overeating will take you to the meditation. Yukta ahar, vihara. Engaging, disengaging must be properly done. Cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapna avabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. Engaging in the world moderately, sleeping moderately, eating moderately, doing the work moderately. That balance one will strike only when the knowledge is clear. Not torturing the body will take me there, nor indulging will take me there. You should have the correct balance of this. Meaning, the knowledge will accompany you and keep you secure. That is why Kanta Sukam Vicharanti Danyaha. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhad Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.